Meghan Markle is once again the talk of the town, not for her actions, but because of a sharp dig from one of the UK's most prestigious media outlets, the BBC. Who would have thought that the usually reserved national broadcaster would join the wave of criticism aimed at the former royal? Why did the BBC unexpectedly sneak a sarcastic comment about Meghan into their flagship programme? On the Today Show on BBC Radio 4, presenter Nick Robinson quipped, "It's only a matter of time before Meghan Markle goes to space." The remark shocked many, especially coming from a platform typically known for its impartiality. What does this space jibe have to do with Meghan? Interestingly, on that very rocket launch, one of her close associates, Gayle King, Oprah Winfrey's best friend, was aboard. Why is this significant? Because it suggests Meghan's inner circle may not be as close-knit as it once was, and the media is no longer afraid to poke fun at her. Who's the key figure behind this pointed comment? The name Johnny Diamond comes to the forefront. He's a former royal correspondent who previously penned the controversial report about Meghan and Harry naming their daughter Lilibet. When did that happen? Right after the Sussexes claimed they had the Queen's blessing, something the BBC strongly questioned. How did Harry react to the report? He threatened to sue the BBC, a move widely viewed as an attempt to strong-arm the press. But as it turned out, there was no concrete proof that permission had been granted by Her Majesty. What was the fallout? Johnny Diamond's piece put him in a precarious professional position at the time. Where lies the irony in all this? Fast forward a few years, and Johnny Diamond is now in a position of strength, openly taking subtle jabs at Meghan on national airwaves. Is this the media's quiet revenge? Possibly. After all, Meghan has long been known for clashing with journalists and issuing legal threats. Why does this particular dig matter? Because it happened on the Today Show, the BBC's premier current affairs program. Listened to by politicians, academics, and influencers. If even the BBC is now joking at Meghan's expense, who's left to defend her public image? What has been Meghan's response? There's been no official comment from Montecito yet, but many suspect she's hurt and feels betrayed. Wasn't she once seen as a symbol of modernization within the monarchy? Now, she's the subject of dry British humor from a broadcaster that once tread carefully. When did the tide begin to turn against her? Analysts believe the shift began after Meghan and Harry released their Netflix documentary and Harry's memoir, Spare. How did the golden couple of Sussex fall so far from public grace? Perhaps it has to do with how heavily they tried to control their own narrative, who might secretly be reveling in Meghan's media decline? Quite a few British media personalities who once felt undermined or targeted during her peak. From TV hosts to senior reporters like Johnny Diamond, some now appear to be reclaiming their voice. Why are people starting to question Meghan's image again? Her actions and statements are increasingly being viewed as contradictory. The public is wondering, is she truly invested in social issues, or are these moments leveraged to protect her brand amid mounting criticism? Is this the end of Meghan Markle's untouchable brand? Not quite. But with pressure mounting, even from top-tier outlets like the BBC, it's clear the era of media deference is over. And when the press turns clever and quiet in its criticism, the fall can be even more damaging. If you want to keep up with how this drama unfolds, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Because when the BBC starts taking aim, it's more than just gossip, it's a full-blown reputational showdown.